Hey guys, it's Dory Ashley. I am a Mary Kay sales director, and I'm here to teach you all about contouring, highlight, and cheek color. So contouring and highlighting is great because it can help create a slimming effect. Think about a little black dress where it's going to give you that hourglass shape and create shadows in the right places to give you the illusion of looking thinner or more chiseled. And then so highlighting brings things out and brings the eye to that spot, and then contouring puts things back and makes them darker or hides them. So when you highlight and contour together, it adds life back into your face after foundation. And I know when I wear my foundation all over and I don't have any color back, I look like a ghost almost. You need to look like you have a healthy color to you to look more natural. You can also hide imperfections, like you can contour your nose if you don't like that it looks, you can make it look slimmer if it's a wide nose, or, all kinds of things if you know the technique. It adds dimension back to your face. Ways to choose products for application. So one is cream on cream. This is like if you have a liquid foundation, a liquid concealer, liquid anything liquid and creamy, okay? It can go on top of each other. Perfectly fine. Two is a powder on a cream, okay? So you can put the cream first and put the powder on top, but you cannot put powder and then cream on top of powder. Because that powder is going to get bunchy if you put a cream on top of it, but you can put powder on top and it'll be fine, okay? So let's say that you have your cream foundation and then you put your silky setting powder, your eyeshadows, or your contour powder can go on top. Three, we have powder on powder. So if you just did a silky setting powder for your foundation, then you can use contour powder or eyeshadow to do your contouring. It's okay, as long as it's powder on powder. Never, 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 never do cream on top of powder, or it's going to mess it up, okay? How to choose the right color. Your contour, think about contour as the darker color, should be 2 shades darker than your skin tone. And your highlight shouldn't be more than 1 to 2 shades lighter. And if you're thinking, oh, this is too dark, it's too dark. If you're worried about it, it's too dark. All right, so tips for contouring. It can help hide or slim larger facial features, or it can bring out bone structure. Contour anything that needs to be set back. If someone's forehead is large, you can contour following the hairline. If they have a small forehead, don't contour it. You can contour the cheeks to give a lifted and thinner effect and enhances the jawline. You can contour under here as well to make it look slimmer. If someone has more skin under their chin than desired, you can contour under there. When contouring your nose, do not contour a crooked nose, okay? If you contour a crooked nose, it's going to make it look more crooked, okay? We don't want to do that. So rule of thumb, try to contour only a straight nose. Our cheek brush works really great for this. It's like having 3 brushes in one. Let me pull mine out, because you can use it for contouring, highlighting, cheek color, all of the above. To contour, you're going to want to use this is the brush. It's more narrow. But to contour, you're going to have it kind of very narrow because you're just creating small shadows. And then to highlight, you're kind of using the middle part, like really gently, really gently. It's all in the wrist. You want to do it gently because you don't want to like press sparkly powder deep into everything. And then blush, I kind of use that middle, but kind of towards the top, like you're trying to stay on your cheekbone. When contouring and applying cheek color, your stopping point should be behind the iris. So this is where the color should be. Now, it is trendy right now. I'm making this video in April of 2026. It's trendy right now to have blush going all the way across and kind of on the forehead. It's this sun-kissed look, but technically you want to keep it out here. No color should be in the very middle of your face. When you're contouring under the cheekbone, it's easiest to find the cheekbone by really pressing down. You can feel that bone right there compared to the squishy part down there. So feel that bone, and that's where your blush is going to go. When contouring, specifically contouring, remember that's the dark one. No cheek color. Cheek color is going to be red. It's going to have sparkles. No bronzer, because that's got sparkles. Bronzer is for imitating sun kisses, not contouring. No shimmers whatsoever when contouring specifically, because we're trying to hide things, and shimmer draws light. Our hazelnut eyeshadow is a perfect contouring color for women whose foundation shade is ivory or beige. We also have a contour powder, latte, or cocoa, which I'll show you. Ivory and beige skin tones can use the latte color, and bronze skin tones can use cocoa. And color doesn't have to just be used on your cheeks. You can use it on your lips or your eyes. And you can think outside the box. You can use lipsticks as a cream cheek color or blush. Okay. All right, now we're talking about highlighting. So tips for highlighting. Using a bronzer is a form of highlighting to give you a sun-kissed glow. And it's typically applied on the forehead, the tip of the nose, the same place you would typically get a little red from sun. If someone has a small forehead, you can apply highlighter in the center and blend it down and out to the brows. That helps the forehead look more spacious. Down the center of the nose can give a sharper appearance and draws attention to the center of the face, especially if someone has more of a round face. And you can highlight the upper and lower lip to give your mouth a fuller effect. If someone has a short chin or chin that goes in, you can highlight the center of their chin to bring it out. You can highlight with our 2 highlighting powders. We have Glazed and Honey Glow. Or you can use a light concealer or a shimmer eyeshadow like Crystalline, or foundation that's 2 shades lighter than what you would normally use. If someone has a cool undertone, do not use bronzer. It will make their skin look yellowish, so it only works good on warm undertones. Okay, now we're talking about cheek color and blush. Our mineral-based cheek colors have oil-absorbing properties, and they adhere great to the skin. They also contain vitamins A, C, and E. Cheek color enhances the cheeks, which complements the face and smile, and it brings your face to life. There are 2 types of blush to choose from. We have powder blush, which gives you a matte finish, or cream blush, which gives you a sheer dewy finish. So the companies sometimes have cream blushes and sometimes they don't, but you can also use a lipstick. So a great tip for cream blush is to wear it under powder blush for long-lasting color, so layering it. And only apply cream on top of cream and not on top of powder. There are 2 correct placements for blush: on the cheekbone or the apples of the cheeks. Do not smile and put it on the apples of your cheeks, because when you stop smiling, now I'm below that cheekbone. So you want to do it while the face is neutral. When placed correctly, blush can give you a lifted look. And there are 3 areas of the cheekbone. There is the top, which is really good for highlight. There's the middle, and I'm feeling the bone. There's the top of the bone and the middle of the bone where blush should be applied. And then there's the bottom where the contouring would be. So when you're doing this in order, you would want to do the bottom. You'd want to do your contour, then your blush, then your highlighter on top. It's a little sandwich. Choose a cheek color that matches your customer's undertone. So there are warm and cool cheek colors. Our cool blush colors are Rosy Nude, Wineberry, and Rogue Rose. Our warm blush colors are Shy Blush, Golden Copper, and Hot Coral. All right, so let's get into practicing. All right, y'all, so I've taken off all my other makeup, and then I put on just our Tom Wise Luminous foundation. It is a medium coverage, so my face doesn't look like it has a lot of color to it. And this is the Luminous Ivory C110, if you're wondering. And so now that is a cream, okay? So we can put cream on cream, or we can put powder on cream. And in my case, I'm gonna put powder on cream. Pretty much because I just like the look of that better. And it's hard when you are, like myself, a very cool toned ivory person, because when I put a cream, like the concealers or the darker cream foundation shades, a lot of times are too warm for me. So I like to stick with the powder because I think it just doesn't look as orangey or yellow. So we have our 2 powders. We have, it's Latte and Cocoa. And if you were to guess, I'm a latte, not a cocoa. And so I'm gonna take my cheek brush, and I'm kind of just on that top tip. I'm not going in super thick with it. See, I'm on the top tip. And I'm in my hairline. And notice I'm kind of holding the brush really gentle. And I'm going into the hairline. And I'm creating like an angle, okay? Ow. I'm creating an angle. And then I'm gonna go down a little bit more. And it's creating a shadow effect, okay? So I'm gonna show y'all one side compared to the other. It's creating a shadowed effect. Then I'm gonna go here, under. I can feel the cheekbone is here, so I'm going under the cheekbone. And I'm gonna start here and create a shadow. Okay, just a little bit. And you can even tell it creates more of a cheekbone. And then I'm gonna go under my jawline. Under. And create a shadow for a sharper jawline. Okay. Then I'm making sure to blend things as much as I can. And then I want y'all to look at the difference that it creates in my face. This cheekbone looks like a cheekbone. So you can see the natural shadow that I have right there versus this one. This cheekbone looks lifted. Okay, so that is the difference it can help make. This part of my forehead looks a little smaller, even though, I mean, part of that's my hairline, but it looks just a little bit more set back than the other one. And then the jawline, it looks like a shadow under there. And so that helps. So that. We also have the nose. It's just, the color is barely on the tip. Okay, and then I also like to put some on the bottom at an angle to make the tip of my nose a lot smaller. Okay. So I feel like my face looks a little bit lopsided. Let's do the other side. So now that I've used my contour, I am going to move on to my cheek color. So for blush, we have quite a few colors to choose from. Because I'm a cool undertone person, I'm going to pick a cool blush. So I am going to go with Rogue Rose, I think, this one right here. And I can use the more full part of the brush. There you go. So I'm going to start on my cheekbone. I'm going to start kind of back here and then work my way in. And I, as you can see, kind of go up. Okay, so I'm on my actual cheekbone and I'm literally laying it right on top of the contour, okay? So there shouldn't be a big gap because then it's gonna look a little funky. But I just already love to see a little color on my face. It looks better than the side without. So let me add a little bit on the side without. You can see the contour color and I'm just gonna stay right on top of it, above it. I'm gonna pull it up. Make sure it looks even. And so you can add as much or as little cheek color as you want. I like to have it show up quite a bit. I just like to look like I have a healthy glide to me. Okay, so that is cheek color. And the color on my face looks so much better already. And then lastly, we have a highlight. So we have Glazed and Honey Glow. I'm gonna go in with Glazed because it's the lighter one. And I am just tapping my brush in there gently, and I'm just gonna gently graze my forehead. I don't want a lot. I'm also gonna go down my nose. So I made sure to contour both sides with the darker color. And then I'm going down the very middle with the highlight in the tip top so that my nose looks more narrow. I did put the contour under my nose and so that it's creating more of a shadow to make my nose look smaller. And then I'm going to add just a little bit more highlighter on top, like above the blush. Right there. And that is it. And so I really like to set all this. I think it gives it a better finish with my translucent powder here. And I'm going to use the powder brush. I added a lip gloss and I finished setting my face with translucent powder, and that is the finished look. I have color back to my face and it looks so much better and more natural that way. All right, thank you for watching. Have a good day.